What's good, all of you, the Who Dat Nation? It is the one and only Who Dat Davis here for you. And if you don't know, you will know that over here, we bleed black and gold until we are dead and cold. And thank you for joining me today for today's injury report, Thursday injury report for the New Orleans Saints, as the Saints get ready to take on the Chicago Bears this Sunday in the wild card round of the 2020 playoffs. I have some good news and I have some bad news. The bad news may not be as bad as the injury report suggests. Excuse me, I'm still over here talking like I'm weird, but there is more good news than the bad news. So it's something to hold on to as the Saints get ready to practice tomorrow, and we have game day statuses coming out. We'll start with the bad news first, and it's Trey Hendrickson, who is tied second with Aaron Donald for most sacks this season, did not practice today because of a neck injury. Now we don't know if this was a move by Sean Payton to keep him fresh going into this weekend, or this is something really serious. You know, neck injuries can be a serious thing. We didn't see any neck injuries from Trey Hendrick from what we saw the past Sunday in terms of neck injuries from Trey Hendrickson. So my personal opinion is this was something he gained from practice, or this was something that 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 sustained itself after adrenaline pump, because games, adrenaline, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, Trey Hendrickson not practicing today. It's a little concerning considering how late in the week it is. You're almost upon your wild card playoff game. So hoping Trey Hendrickson bounces back tomorrow and he'll be okay to go for the Sunday. Put him on a snap count, because Carl Granderson is doing his thing, man. Carl Granderson finished off with more sacks this season than Marcus Davenport. Now, granted, Marcus Davenport, he may not have been finishing with sacks, but he has been getting a lot of pressures. It's making people think twice about letting him line up one-on-one. Now, on the other side of things with the Chicago Bears, yesterday their star linebacker, their leading tackler, and Roquan Smith, he didn't practice yesterday. We don't know if he practiced today or not. I'll find that information out for you after this video is over. But for today, we have Bears star wide receiver Allen Robinson. He didn't practice today. So that is really big. That's something to continue to monitor as the Saints and the Chicago Bears go into tomorrow, and they have to put out their game statuses. Now, in terms of key matchups, man, it's definitely going to be Alvin Kamara versus the Chicago Bears linebackers being number one. If you can't have Roquan Smith in that starting rotation, if he's not good to go, Alvin Kamara should have a big game. Alvin Kamara makes a habit out of abusing even the best of linebackers. See Eric Kendricks, see Levante David, Devin White. The list goes on this season. Alex Singleton of Philadelphia, he's actually underrated. Don't count out Alex Singleton over there. He's doing his thing with the Eagles. So Alvin Kamara having a field day against this second level Chicago Bears without Roquan Smith is going to be big. So let's hope Alvin Kamara is able to go this Sunday and Roquan Smith. Now, I know I don't typically wish injuries on anybody. Hell, I don't wish injuries on anybody at all. But if he's not in the starting lineup, then it's a good thing for the Saints offensively as they get weapons back. And speaking of weapons back, the Saints injury report is looking a little lighter. And even though Trey Hendrickson didn't practice today, guess two people were elevated to full participants. That is Taysom Hill with that concussion. He's good to go. And Marcus Williams, the top 10 safety I've been raving about for the past 2 weeks. Marcus Williams is back. He is fully healthy off that ankle injury, and that is a really big plus for the New Orleans Saints. Why? Because this comes into my second key matchup. That is the likes of, excuse me, had a brain fart. Mitchell Trubisky versus the Saints secondary. Now we know that Mitchell Trubisky, that is a annoying name to try to pronounce. Mitchell Trubisky can sling that rock down the field to the likes of Allen Robinson, Darnell Mooney, or Javon Wims, who C.J. Gardner-Johnson is looking forward to going up against down in the slot. So we can't underestimate these weapons for the Chicago Bears. This is a one-and-done situation for the New Orleans Saints. They can handle business, and having Marcus Williams back is a big plus in terms of taking away the deep threat. Marcus Williams is coming off one of his best performances in the black and gold uniform. He's really making the case for himself to possibly earn an extension or get big bucks in this offseason as a free agent. Marcus Williams being back, I know I've already hit this like just now, but I can't overstate the importance of Marcus Williams. If he can keep up his high level of play and take away that deep threat, the Saints have a real good shot of stopping the Chicago offense in terms of production. Now we know Mitchell Trubisky has been more of a play action guy like Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins. They use those use those running backs to get some space, get separation, and run for lanes. If they can take away that deep threat and force him to run, I believe the likes of Alexander Loney and Demario Davis can cover those edges and make sure he doesn't hurt him with the legs. He's not that fast either. Yeah, he can scramble, but he's no Jalen Hurts. He's no Aaron Rodgers. I believe Aaron Rodgers is still faster than Mitchell Trubisky despite the age difference. He's no Dak Prescott. He's no Taysom Hill on top of that. So you only have to worry about him beating the Saints secondary with his arm. And Marcus Williams is going to be that big no-no in terms of him beating him with his arm. So, mainly the Saints have to worry about is just keeping on their P's and Q's, man. And speaking of P's and Q's, it comes down to my third matchup, and that is, David Montgomery versus the Saints defensive line. The Saints defensive line may see Trey Hendrickson out, but it's that interior, the Saints defensive interior of Malcolm Brown, David Onyemata, Sheldon Rankins, and I believe Malcolm Roach, if he's going to be starting. Those four are going to be huge in terms of stopping David Montgomery from getting to the edges or running between the tackles to gain positive yardage. If they can force the Bears to be one-dimensional, the Saints are going to be absolutely fine in terms of winning this game. So I will keep monitoring these two teams closely in terms of, who's practicing, who's not practicing, and I will list tomorrow the game day statuses for each team. As soon as I can get that information out there, I have been, I've been put in Facebook jail as of lately because of other things going on over there in DC. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't want my opinion, so he put me in jail for 24 hours. That should be up in about a couple hours here. So I will post this video over there on my Facebook as well. For anybody that is a Facebook follower of mine or a Twitch follower of mine, not Twitch, excuse me. I should do Twitch, you know what I mean? But I'll look at that later. Anybody on Twitter. So Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I'll post this video if I can post it on Twitter because I don't know yet, but I'll figure that out. But yeah, man, it's going to be a really, really good day. A really, really good day for the Saints if they can get more of their key players back. If they can get C.J. Gardner-Johnson back, if they can get Deontay Harris back, who's been practicing this week. So far, he's making good progress. He may be eligible to be activated off of IR. So is Michael Thomas, who he's been practicing. Nick Underhill reported that Michael Thomas has been practicing without any anything wrapped around his ankles. So it looks like he's going to be as close to 100% as the Saints could hope for. So shout out to Sean Payton making that move to put Michael Thomas on IR to rest up that ankle. This is something that the Saints are going to cash in on in terms of offensive production. But that's it. That's all. Look out for tomorrow's video on the final injury report / game day statuses. And as always, I will make a comment and pin it down in the section below with, injury reports, practice statuses, and of the like, any transactions the Saints give. See you guys tomorrow. As always, we bleed black and gold until we're dead and cold. I'll holler at y'all later.